7 o'clock, Mayor.
Whenever you're ready, Mayor.
All righty, I'm ready. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the regular meeting of the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Glassboro for October 8th, 2024 to order. Karen, could you please read the opening statement?
Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, I hereby announce that adequate notice of this meeting, as required by said act, has been provided by adopting a schedule of regular meetings for the year 2024, which schedule was posted on the Borough Hall Bulletin Board as well as the Borough website and forwarded to both the South Jersey Times and the Sentinel of Gloucester County and filed with the Borough Clerk on January 6, 2024.
Thank you. Can we all rise and salute the flag, please? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Karen, roll call, please.
Mayor Wallace.
Here.
Mr. Brown.
Here.
Mr. Cossabone.
Present.
Mrs. Garlick. Here. Mr. Halter.
Yes.
Mrs. Spence.
Here.
Mr. Melandro.
Here.
Mr. Scafidi.
Present.
Mr. Brunemer. And let the record reflect that Ms. Miller is excused for this evening.
Thank you. At this time, we have a presentation from Sickles and Associates, so I'd like to invite, look up if you'd like. Yeah, you can present it.
On June 10th, we were able to hold our 34th annual Park and Rec Golf Tournament at the Pittman Golf Course. Continuation of generating funds for the Park and Rec to put towards the programs for the kids. We had 102 golfers for that. They actually limited us this year for how many golfers we had on that. Special thanks goes out to all the businesses in town that donated prizes and door prizes to help out. Special thanks to Pittman Golf Course and Bogies as far as having food that night for us. We were able to have everything in one spot, and we had a couple times we've been going back and forth. So it's very convenient to keep everybody in one spot, so that really worked out well. Special thanks to a few people. Jim Malley's office, who is the redevelopment attorney for the town, he sponsored the carts. We had M&M Electric, and also the Urban Village Brewing Company sponsored lunch. And then our planning board solicitor's office, Zeller and Zelco, provided the dinner sponsor. So that helps generate a lot of money to cover the costs to help make more money for the kids. We had 7 gold sponsors from businesses, 11 silver sponsors, and then we had 18 individual whole sponsors for that. I want to thank Matt Black. They always provide the hole-in-one for a car. They've been doing that for well over 30 years for us. Nobody's been successful yet, but we're getting there on that. So between all of that, putting all that together, one special thing I would like to say thanks for the borough staff. A lot of this starts working in January. I started working with different issues and try to get the dates and different sponsors and prizes for all the golfers and the participants. So a special thanks to Elena and Amanda from the Park and Rec. They pretty much run everything. They're the ones who put out the notices. Special thanks to Patty in my office, who does most of the legwork. I'm just the front man. She does all the work. For those, Nina was also very helpful. Linda Power was at the course. Karen was there, along with Kathy for that. Deanna was there, and so was Anna Miller. So between all of us, we were able to cover everything, the holes, the different sponsor holes. And between that, one of our better years, we thought it would be even smaller, but with that, we generated $16,207.89. For that, it's been up and down with COVID. It's been entertaining as far as to see how many golfers are coming back to Pittman and having food. That right there makes a whole lot of difference. Keeps everybody there. Everybody participates in buying the door prizes and that stuff. It's all about just raising money for kids. So with that, I appreciate everyone's help, the sponsors, participants up here in the numerous golfers tournament. So the success, we're in good weather and they're winning well. So, thank you.
Nice job, Mark. Thank you. Okay, moving forward, we have no public hearings. this evening, so I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of September 10th, 2024.
I guess I gotta do it all again. So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, state aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. We have no communications this evening. I'll move to committee reports and begin with Councilman Brown.
Good evening, Mayor. I have
Good evening.
nothing to report this evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councilman Casabon.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I'd like to thank Patty and Mark from Sickles and Associates for all their hard work. It takes a lot of time to put this together. Elena Powers and everyone that was involved in the golf outing to make it a success for $16,000 and plus for the kids. We did a great job, and hopefully next year we can do even a better job. So that's all I have.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Councilwoman Garlick.
Good evening, Mayor.
Good
I would
evening.
also like to thank Mark and Patty and Elena. It was our first time working with them all this year, and it was a great effort and work that was being done. So I was glad to be a part of it, and it was a great turnout and a beautiful day. So we were really happy about that. So thank you for what you're doing for Park and Rec in Glassboro. And we are in receipt of the Park and Rec report. Everything is going well. Thank you.
Good to hear. Thank you very much. Councilman Halter.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Mayor.
Good evening.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. The Water and Sewer Department has one main opening right now. We just had a treatment plant manager move on from Glassboro, so we'll be looking to hopefully fulfill that position. That is something that takes extensive amount of time to gain some certifications, but we do still have employees at our treatment plant that maintain those certifications. A lot of the lead times on supplies have been extensively long lately, so they're still working through that. And during installations of some of the items on Delsey Drive, the residential sewer main identified some issues, so they'll be working through that to hopefully get some mediations done on that prior to the state asphalt paving project. Beyond that, everything else is going smoothly. I also want to say I attended the Pause for the Calls from the police department a couple weeks ago, or last week, I guess, and it was a really nice night out. It was not rainy this year, which was good. It was very successful, and it was good to see everybody out there. And also, I want to thank Chief Knight, one of your police explorers, jumped into action when there was a collision on the bounce house slide between two boys, and provided some first aid medical attention to one that was had bled all over. And I'm happy to report that my son is doing fine now. So something about sliding your own wrist, Mayor. So I think we're okay.
Very nice. Good to hear. Thank you very much, sir. And Councilwoman Spencer.
Thank you, Mayor. I
You're
just also want to congratulate the Park and Rec Committee and everyone that worked hard to raise the money for that fundraiser and golf tournament. And we probably will do better next year because we're going to get that ball drop thing. And I just want to say I'm in receipt of the construction report and everything looks in order. And I'm excited about what we have on the agenda tonight. More constructions will be coming on in town, and it's a very exciting time for Glassboro. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you very much. We have no unfinished business. Karen, can we go over new business, please?
Yes, Mayor. I'm requesting authorization to go out to bid for several items, actually. The first being a crane truck for Glassboro Water and Sewer Department. I also am requesting to go out to bid for water and sewer construction materials, orthophosphate, sewer lining lateral reinstatement materials, brass water main fittings, as well as water meters. Additionally, I am asking authorization to go out to RFP for the following items: water valves, concrete materials, fire hydrants, flight pumps and motors, labor, service, and repair, stone, sand, and crushed concrete.
That all of them?
That's it,
There
Mayor.
we go. There you
That's
have
it.
them. I'll entertain a motion for everything that Karen said.
I will
So
make
moved.
that motion. I assure you we order things often. This isn't one time.
Second.
Okay.
We have a motion and a second.
Sorry,
All in
George.
favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. At this time, I'll ask for the engineer's report, please, Mark.
Yes, good evening again.
Good evening again.
Just a couple of minor items. The townhouses continue over Camelot. they are progressing, so that'll be nearing, I don't know if it'll be done quite at the end of this year, but nearly after, so next spring they'll be wrapping those up. For that, the High Street townhouses on 322 towards Williamstown are all paved. They still have punch list items, they have to be doing some landscaping, it's been so dry, they really didn't want to get that out there yet. For those, the project immediately to the east of that, Straga Court, is another project that's under, did some utility improvements, that's still getting their approvals for some other outside agencies, so that'll probably be coming next spring. Breaking ground might be over the winter, depending on the weather. The storage building down on Delsey Drive, the former Lysios, that's nearing completion of doing the punch list, so we still need a couple items there. They're a TCO, and they have been operating, working with the code office there. Lysios Bakery on Ellis Street, I reported last month, they finally did get their DEP permit. The contractors are getting their materials to complete some work in the back of the site for discharging from the basin, that they've been waiting for DEP approval, and also doing the curb work out front along that side with the county. So that's been processed there. If you haven't seen, Demountable Concepts has broken ground over on Leo McKay Boulevard. That's well underway, cleared. They've got the site conditions, site improvements being worked on, and we just okayed today to proceed with the building permit. So that's going to be proceed. You start seeing the building and steel going up for that in the near future with those. Taco Bell, haven't heard anything from them. They have a planning board approval to add the extra drive-through lane, but we're still waiting. Usually with a corporation, it takes some time for trickle down. They were trying to figure out when they could have it with least impact all their customers, and they are always busy. So that'll be a challenge for them to find the time. Raising Cane, everybody can see the building's going up pretty well. They're starting to do the parking lot improvements, so they're running and gunning to get that done by the end of the year and get that opened on there. D. Simone Builders has been doing a lot of work on their building. They're doing some site work there around Main Street, which is across from Matt Blatt. They're also trying to get their stuff set up for this fall. They're relocating from West Stafford down to their offices that will now be in Glassboro. With that. Last item was touched on Route 47. DOT's got their massive project from Grove Street the whole way up to National Park in Westville. For their work, they're going to people are going to start seeing crews randomly along Delsey Drive, doing some storm pipe inlet cleaning, pipes verification to see if they have to replace anything. That will progress into, they're going to be replacing most all the traffic signals the whole way through town, using updated technology to get all those through things, and a couple other left turn features we tried to get in over the last 3 or 4 years, the mayor's persistence. So succeeded there. So that'll go well into 25, probably paving into 26. So I think their ultimate goal is to be done by 29, but that's for the whole route. So they are going to be working on 2 out of the 4 areas at one time. So they'll be there, then they won't. So it'll be a long, drawn-out process. So if anybody has questions, give us a call. And that's all I have at this time.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Outstanding. Okay, at this time, I'll turn the meeting over to our Borough Solicitor.
Thank you, Mayor. This evening, under our consent agenda, we have the following resolutions, beginning with 264, authorizing execution of redevelopment agreement with Glassboro Cornerstone Group LLC for Block 29, lots 8.02, 11, 12, 12.01. Resolution 265, authorizing purchase of a 2024 Silverado four-wheel drive for the Borough of Glassboro Highway Department from Pellegrino Chevrolet through the Bergen County Cooperative. 266, resolution referring, authorizing, and directing the Glassboro Planning Board to review a proposed redevelopment plan for Block 361, Lot 5 and 5.03. Resolution 267 is resolution approving 8 sidebar agreements by and between the Borough of Glassboro and the various collective bargaining units within the borough. The resolutions this evening under our consent agenda. Council so moves for approval. Roll call vote.
Motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Karen, roll call, please.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Cossabone?
Yes.
Mrs. Garlick?
Yes.
Mr. Halter?
Motion approved with an abstention on 267-24.
Mrs. Spence?
Yes.
Motion carries.
And Mayor, we have for introduction this evening one ordinance, that being ordinance number 24-30, and ordinance adopting a redevelopment plan for Block 361, lots 5 and 5.03 within the Borough of Glassboro. Council so moves for introduction on first reading by title only. Roll call vote.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Karen, roll call, please.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Cossabone?
Yes.
Mrs. Garlick?
Yes.
Mr. Halter?
Yes.
Mrs. Spence?
Yes.
Motion carries. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to open the public portion.
Move the public portion be open.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Floor is now open to anyone from the public who would like to come forward and address mayor and council.
Seeing no one, I make a motion to close the public portion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. The public portion is now closed. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve all duly authorized bills.
Motion to approve all duly authorized bills.
I'll second the motion to approve all duly authorized.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to approve all duly authorized bills. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Any closing comments from our administrator?
A couple quick things. Again, I'd like to thank Mark and everyone who was involved with the Park and Rec Golf Tournament. I also would like to echo Councilwoman Spence's comments. It is a very exciting time to be in Glassboro.
That's right.
Glassboro is changing. The downtown is, it's adapting rather. I think it's for the best, that's my opinion. And the other thing I wanna bring up, I'm probably gonna start doing this on a regular basis, is with the growth comes other stuff, just to let other people know. So far this year, every Tuesday morning, we have a meeting, I've mentioned this, and we go over problem properties. I've been directed by mayor and council to do this, and we've done this for the last 2 or 3 years. And the approach that we've taken is a little bit different than in the past. We now go after landlords of problem properties. That's what we do. We give warnings, we give written warnings, and then we haven't gotten there yet. But ultimately, we would go to revoke a license if the problem property continues to be a problem. So far this year, our police officers, and this is just on the weekend, have been on 64 calls, 10 calls this weekend. We have issued 4 warnings, 2 letters of formal warning. That was just from this weekend, and overall, we've issued 12 warnings, 3 letters, and 1 final notice. Final notice is if you're still a problem property, we very well move to revoke the landlord's license. So I just bring that up to let everyone know that so many times you hear that this council is just after development and lets Rowan do whatever they want and whatever, and I think the students at Rowan would tell you that's not the case, but I just think it's important to report those numbers, and that's all I have, Mayor.
Well, thank you very much. Much appreciated. I would just like to first congratulate the golf committee, the Park and Rec Golf Committee, all those that were involved in organizing it, because I know what goes into that. All of the sponsors, the participants, for such a successful outing every year. It just seems to get better and better, and again, looking forward to another successful one next year. Another successful Pause for a Cause for our police officers. The Pause for a Cause event, which I also attended, was phenomenal, as it usually is. We had great weather again this year. So kudos to all those that put together such an amazing event. Again, it was better than last year, and I'm sure it's going to be better again, even better next year than it was this year. Thank you, and kudos to all of you. To everyone out in the audience tonight, thank you for coming out and being part of our council meeting. I encourage you to continue to come out, voice your concerns, let us know what's going on, because we are here for you. And with that, I will entertain a motion for adjournment.
I'll make the motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. This meeting is now adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening. Next meeting will be October 22nd, 2024 at 6 p.m.